Welcome to the Bot Signal. I am RJ Redden, and I am so happy you're here today. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite topic again. Beep boop bots. You know it. And hopefully you're here to see that. By the way, if you are watching from any other page besides Black Belt Bots, super cool. And thank you for being here. And if you want to comment so that I can see your comments, go up to the post. The first line of my post for this show contains a link. Hit that link and then comment on the show. I'll be able to see and answer all of your questions. Okay, with that piece of housekeeping aside, I am, of course, RJ Redden. I have been working on nothing but bots for a year now, and this is an exciting biz. I drop by on Tuesdays and Thursdays to talk about bots, to give people, give people a way in. Sometimes technology can feel a little bit inaccessible and a lot of geek speak in there and a lot of people trying to, market something to you. This show is about those simple tips and just that little hand railing to get you on the steps to where you need to go. So welcome. So glad you're here. And if you've got questions, boop, put them down in the comments for me and I will read them and get to them as I can. So fantastic. Corinder's here. Hey, what's up? I want to know how to put audio in bot. Can you do demo? I actually did a show about that last Tuesday, Corinder. It's called Using Audio in Your Bot. And that is, that's pretty, it's pretty instructive. It's really putting audio in your bot is like putting anything else in, putting text, putting video in there. You just click the appropriate square in the builder and boop, there you go. So did a show about that. Please go back and look at that bad boy so that you can kind of get some ideas there. Today we're talking about making a welcome mat for your bot. Hey, Lindsay Badger's here. Okay, now we're having a party. Welcome. And contentmakers.net. Hello, favorite. How are you today? I love that. Profile picture, by the way, Jason. That's pretty styling stuff. Teresa says, just got the notification for the show and you were already here. Well, in your seat waiting. So very good. Very good. So today we're talking about welcome mats for your bot. Now, what is that and why am I talking about it? First of all, a welcome mat for your bot is that very first sequence of messages that people get when they hop into your bot for the first time. Now, it is, it's vital to create a good first impression. That's why this is important, because first impressions are everything. Now, it's especially true in a bot because most people still have never experienced one before. So they're not quite sure what's going on. And if it comes across as weird, if it comes across as salesy, if it comes across in any way, like one of those things that people don't like, then that creates a bad impression and that probably gets an unsubscribe. So I want to talk about those welcome mats today. I want to talk about how you can make a great first impression the very first time somebody sees your stuff, because it's almost like a double whammy. Because it's a new technology, you get people subscribing, and if they feel weird or odd or like you're trying to sell to them, doubled with the fact that it's new technology, that'll turn them off. But if you can create a very nice welcome mat for people, they have a good experience and it's new technology, now you look smart too. You know what I mean? It's extra powerful if you can make a good impression. It's extra powerful if you make a bad impression too, just because it's new technology. So let us get on with all of the things. So first impressions are everything. That's why this is so important. And a lot of people spend so much time in the sequences that they forget, what are people first seeing? What's their first impression? How am I introducing this thing? So we're going to talk about some tools. I've got 6 of them here for you. It's going to be a long show. Hope you packed the comfortable shoes. I've got 6 tools for you that I'm going to go through. If you've got questions, go ahead and ask them right in the comments. And of course, if you want show reminders, do type live in the comments like Jason has just done. Well done, my friend. All right. So first thing that you need to put in your welcome mat to your bot. Who is your bot? It ain't a person. It is not you talking in the bot. Let me explain. A lot of people, when bots first came on the scene, were really excited, marketing wise, the open rate. People were just beyond excited. And some people, marketers that weren't so scrupulous with it, kind of tricked people into bots. You could, kind of hit a box on the website and be subscribed to an email list and get in a bot at the same time. And so consequently, people didn't always know that they had subscribed to something. That is something that we absolutely want to be 180 degrees opposite from. We want people to know you've subscribed to a chatbot. I give my chatbots a name and a personality and a little image as well. Reason being is because I kind of want to carry my branding through my bot. Obviously, they're not talking to a person, they're talking to a business. But you want to really make it clear that this is a chatbot. And what I usually say is, what I say on my own bot is, I'm Spinning Dragon. The chat bot, Spinning Dragon, is a little ninja, just like the one that you see in the, let's see, I'm pointing at her. Spinning Dragon, right up there. Whoops. It's just hard, that mirror image thing. Anyway, my bot will introduce itself as Spinning Dragon. She will tell you that my bot is, what my bot is here to do. It has a little personality. It has a little image. By the way, Jason says, I've been tricked by a bot. Yes, I've received these reports across the internet, my friend. So I give it a name and a photo. Now, a lot of people get kind of hung up on this photo. I was just talking to a client this morning that was like, where do I find a photo of a bot? How do I make one? It could totally be a cartoon character. It does not need to look robotic to be representative of your bot and your brand. I have a cartoon character too. Spinning Dragon's a cartoon character that I named Spinning Dragon, by the way. And you can totally get on one of these websites that will kind of generate character drawings for you. A lot of people use Bitmoji. Bitmoji.com, people. Valuable stuff. That's some great stuff right there. You can totally buy a graphics pack. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as much. You want it. It doesn't matter that it look like a robot. It does matter that it's representative of you and your brand. So know that introducing yourself, giving the bot a name, that's always a good thing. And try to relate that name to your brand or to your page. And then, images and give it a little personality. Light and funny goes well in a bot. Why? I will tell you, because people expect to see messages from people that they care about when they pick up their messenger. The vast majority of those things are things that make you smile. Things that make you smile. There's not a lot of jargon when you're writing your bot. We'll go into this when we talk about writing your bot sometime, but there's not a lot of jargon. There's not a lot of formality. There's a lot of things that make you feel good. And that's exactly the kind of experience we want to create. So tool number 1, who's your bot? Tool 2, what does your bot do? This is important stuff. You got to let them know how often they're going to get messages from you. What are those messages going to be about? If you're going to do promotions in your bot, it's totally okay to say that. Just say it up front. Bots are the only kind of marketing that I've run into so far in my life, and I'm older than I look. Trust me. I remember when computers were huge and you had to put a cassette tape in them. Anyway, it's the only form of marketing that I've ever run into that allows the user respect and space. And so you want to give the user that respect. You want to say, this is what my bot does. If you're signing them up for a sequence, say, hey, this is a 5-day free mini course on blah. I'll contact you once in the morning and once in the evening. Something like that. Just describe what's going to happen. Let them know beforehand. Regina says, your bot rocks. Hey, very good. Thank you so much. You made my day right there. Let's see. Okay. So this is what I like to do as well with the, what does your bot do? Think about, if you can, and this is hard. I'm never going to ask you the easy questions. Know that up front. This is hard. Think about what's a 5-word value proposition for your bot. What's a 5-word? What does your bot do? Everyone in the world is tuned into the radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? I like to put that right up front. And maybe you can't condense it to 5 words, but do this. Focus on that 5 words. And then if you come up with 7 or 9, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? But get that right down into a small package. What is subscribing to this bot going to do for people that looking at your Facebook posts won't do for them? What are they going to get here that they're going to get nowhere else? And so think about that value proposition. Put it right up front. This bot is going to get you out of your comfort zone. This bot is going to, to help you learn about bots. It's going to, something small in there, and so that people get it right there. A lot of times when you're writing a bot, people really want to go into some flowery stuff. That is excellent for a video in your bots. But when you're writing that text, people like that stuff to be short and sweet. They like it to be conversational. So do keep that in mind. Verbs are good. When you're deciding that value proposition, verbs are good. Put them first. People are here because they want to do something. If that doing something is learning about something, if it's launching a new product, if it's, writing better or changing their habits or something like that, put that verb first, my friend. That will serve you well. Teresa says, mini series. Perfect. This is something that I need to do to get moving on. That'd be perfect for me. My bot will help people learn and build new skills. Absolutely. There you go. Put a vision in their head if you can. I know that this is a lot to take in, but honestly, I put these things are in order of importance. Telling people what your bot does and telling them what they're going to get out of it, super, super important in your welcome. So verbs are good. You can put the short value proposition first, and then kind of back that up with a little bit of explanation later if you want to. If you don't feel it's clear with the 5 words, then it's okay to take a little zoom back and give it some context. That's fine. But you do want to get to that value proposition because they're looking at your messages, they're hitting the buttons, and they're deciding if they want to stay. So give them that value prop. Tell you, that's money right there. Okay, perfect. Now, tool 3. Here's something that I put in my bot that I feel like it's absolutely the best way to go. And it took me a while to build up enough content to be able to do this. So if you're not there at first, don't worry about it. With bots, as with anything, if you are doing this for yourself, or if you are hiring an employee, or, if you have an employee doing this for you, you're going to want to understand the ins and outs. You're going to want to kind of understand how it works, how people are coming in. It's not something that you can pick up overnight. And so I want you to be able to start. I want you to be able to run out of the gate. If you have a sequence, which is a series of messages sent over a few days or a month or whatever, however long you choose it to be. If you have a sequence, you can start. If you've got content that you're creating regularly, podcast, live stream, blog, YouTube series, whatever it is, you can start. But if you've gotten to a place where you've got maybe a couple of different things you can offer in your bot, then offering people a choose your own adventure right there at the beginning is pretty golden. When I first built my bot, Spinning Dragon Black Belt bot, I sent every single person in my bot through a 7-day mini course. Not only that, and this was a mistake, I asked people a whole lot of questions right there up at the beginning. And to me, that was helping me because I was kind of classifying people behind the scenes and doing a bunch of things. And it was also very neat, except that my drop-off rate was pretty big. And then if people did get all the way through to the course, I didn't have a whole lot of people finishing it. And so I really had to kind of stop and look at what was happening there. Part of what was happening is people don't always want a 7-day course on bots right away. Sometimes people want to look and listen to a few shows and do those kinds of things. Sometimes people want to lurk a while before they dive in. Some people don't want to know all of the stuff behind a bot as well. Or they just want to talk to me. So now what I've got is a choose your own adventure right there up front in the bot. When you get in, Spinning Dragon will introduce herself to you. It's all very nice. And then eventually you kind of come up upon a crossroads. And I ask you what you want to do. Do you want to subscribe to the live streams? Do you want to take the 7-day mini course? Do you want to ask me a question? Because some people, that's all they want. They just want to get in there and ask a question. Maybe they've seen, I've got a bunch of these shows, babies. Maybe they've seen them all. Maybe they don't want to take a course at all. So that is a really good, when you got to the place where you've got several things on offer, go ahead and put those right up front. Because then people will be able to get the kind of information that they want and not get served a whole bunch of information they didn't ask for, which is normal marketing, basically. Very good. So do think about that if that's something that you can do. Even if you just have a live stream and just have a reminder bot attached to it, which is something I've found to be very useful. You can ask people if they want to subscribe to the live stream or ask you a question. A bot is a place to connect with people, start conversations with them, develop relationships. That relationship might lead to many, many things, right? It doesn't always have to be a transaction. Are you opening a relationship? Or are you trying to close a sale? For me, you absolutely can sell things in chatbots, and Facebook makes it easy, and you can take payments right in ManyChat now. That's great stuff. But I'm only going to use it if that's the only place that I've communicated with somebody and I need to send them a charge for some services. I'm not going to beat people over the head with sales, because that's only one of the different kinds of relationships that can develop out of people being in my bot. I can also develop into kind of a friendship, a collaboration, some kind of a referral, building my network of people. People just, they're people. They're not people. They don't have a tattoo of a $sign on their heads. So very good. The Choose Your Own Adventure is a super cool thing. And if you don't know what you would put in one and you want one right in your bot, then contact me. Let me know. I can help you figure that stuff out. And it won't take me long at all, because this is where my head is all day long. Anyway, Very good. So, tool 4 covered it a little bit just now, but letting people ask a question from wherever they are in the bot all the time. And this has to do with less your opening sequence and more with there are some ever present buttons on the bottom. And those are your menu buttons. Now, I have two. One of them is Summon RJ. So you can summon me anytime. It doesn't matter where in a sequence you are. It doesn't matter if you haven't touched the bot in months. You can get a hold of me in a matter of seconds. Not saying I'll come running in a matter of seconds. Sometimes I'm on the air. Sometimes I'm with a client. But you can summon me. The system lets me know in the background somebody needs to talk to me, and then I will make it back to you. Meanwhile, the conversation has been started, and I get to, give you a further tour of some things that I've got going on if you want to when you're done asking a question. So ever-present buttons, I have mine Summon RJ. You could put Talk to a Human on that button because that's what some people want to do. They absolutely just want to talk to somebody. And then I also have Schedule a Call. That belongs in a kind of a different show, but it just, I want to give opportunities for people to reach out and talk to me in person, because to me, that's the meat of it. That's the meat of everything. When I can get a conversation started with a person, when I can figure out where they are in their marketing, in their business, in their technology, and say, hey, this option is going to be good for you. Or, hey, why don't you think about this idea and generate some stuff around it? Because sometimes people are so ready to build a bot that they can hardly bust out of the gate fast enough. Sometimes a little bit of planning beforehand and a little bit of focus on, what's the objective here? Sometimes that goes a long, long way. So in short, do build it in there for people to ask a question, whether you build it in the opening sequence, or whether you build it into the menu, or whether you build it both places. Both places, that's my deal. That's what I want. And that has been really helpful for me. And here's a secret hidden bonus. Remember when I was telling you that the first bot, not the first bot, Black Belt Bots is not the first bot that I wrote, but when I first wrote this one, I was basically kind of waiting until like the last day when there's a call to action in my bot. After the mini course, there is a call to action that is basically, hey, get on my calendar for a 30-minute Ask Me Anything session. Here's the link to that. And then people who want to, hit on the button and have like an Ask Me Anything session with me. So when I first built one and I was putting everybody through this sequence, I was seriously waiting, hoping, people getting through the end to talk to me. Now people talk to me anytime they want to. And it's really so much better. It's so much better for me, and it's so much better for them too. So give people that opportunity. You will not be sorry. All right. Tool 5. This is going into everything I do as well, because you know what just happened May 25th. Yes. Because you got a million emails about it. GDPR. It is global data protection. It is, for me, it's just one more sign of respect that you can allow people, and one more way they can make a choice within your bot. And so I put it in. Plus, I really feel that data protection regulations will go, if you haven't taken action here on this one, then I'm sure something will come along in the US, and then you'll have to do it anyway. So I went ahead and just GDPR proofed all of them. I put a little paragraph about privacy. I do generate privacy policies also within bots, so that people can see that. And I will put the plain English version first. If you type privacy policy in my bot, it will show you the plain English version. And then it will say, okay, buckle up. Here comes the legal version. And they both cover the same thing. What I use what information I'm taking, what I use it for, and that it's not going to be ever used outside of the bot. I'm not shipping your info someplace else. I don't want to. I want to have a conversation right here. So GDPR, I just have a little paragraph there that's very simple and just says, hey, do I have your consent to use your public information inside this bot? Okay, next up. Stop to unsubscribe. Very, very important. Hey, Kim Boltzma's here. Welcome to the show, Kim. Glad to see you today. So this one is really important. I just ran into, okay, so back up a little bit. There's something called bot list on the internet. Because the other day, I think I was doing a show, whether it was mine or someone else's, and it was like, we need a Yelp for bots. We need a rating system for bots. And I was quite taken with the idea because you know that my brain is filled with rabbit holes and I like to go down every one that I can. So I was thinking about Yelp for bots. I was thinking about this thing called bot list on the internet, which is a list of bots, and people will go and get their bot listed there, whether it's a messenger bot or any other type. And there are a lot of types out there that work on a lot of different formats. I just work in Messenger because it's my favorite. But bot list is huge. And I was looking on there and seeing, okay, is there a rating system for these? And turns out you can kind of become a reviewer for them. Gail's here. Oh, it's my favorite RJ. Oh, you're so good to me. Oh, look, the comment bubble matches my R2D2 t-shirt that I'm wearing today. How fantastic is that? Okay. Gail says, totally got on botlist.co, like right after that broadcast. Totally you did, Gail. I know you, sister. So on the botlist.co there, it lists all kinds of bot, and there is a review system. You can kind of sign up and be a person who reviews those things. And I thought to myself, well, this helps me because I need to be on experiencing all different kinds of bots so that I can see what the limits are, so that I can help my clients be right on the cutting edge of everything that people are doing. So I signed up to review bots, and the very first bot was it was something about Bitcoin. You kind of get randomly assigned a bot, which I think that I think they need to change that so you can kind of pick categories, because it's like, I don't know anything about Bitcoin and I don't care. But I got into this bot. It seemed to have a lot of options. It seemed kind of pretty robust. And then I just kept getting messages, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't have time to do this so much right now. And so I typed stop to unsubscribe. And the bot says, I get it. I need to leave you alone. And then it says, two seconds later, do you want to see all the things that I can do? And it gives you 6 options of things it can do. No, sweetheart. I meant to unsubscribe. I don't want any messages for now. I'd like to go away, please. I could not believe that it acknowledged, yeah, you want to stop? I get it. Here's some more messages just in case. Wow. If a person did that to you at a party, you'd walk away. So I ended up deleting the conversation because I could not get the bot to stop. That was a horrible experience. So in mine, you can type stop to unsubscribe, I promise. And it's an easy process. So yeah, totally boo. It was so bad, Kim. It was just craziness. So those are the 6 things that, maybe you don't want to put all 6 things in an intro. I get it. Sometimes it takes a little bit because you kind of have to tune your intro to your audience. You have to kind of know where people are dropping off to see this thing is way too long. I'm asking way too many questions here. I totally made that mistake, by the way. I'm doing way too much in the entrance. I need to cut it down. Or maybe you're doing too little in the entrance of the bot and people are confused as to who your bot is and what it does. Look at, daily, I will go and look at the stats for that intro piece. And I will look at where people are dropping off. I will look at the questions people are asking. And I'll get to know that opening intro. I know the opening intro better than I know my 7-day free mini course. Why? Because everybody goes through the intro. And you have to tune it. You have to tune it to how long people are going to want to read. You have to know where they're going to want that value proposition. This is something to study. Bots are not a set it and forget it. If you want to set it and forget it, I know it sounds automatic, doesn't it? Sounds like bot, automatic. It even sort of rhymes if you zhuzh it a little bit. Yeah, this stuff ain't automatic. If it was, I would have nothing to talk about. I would not be on the air if bots were set it and forget it. They're not. They're a garden that you got to grow. And there's some blood, sweat, and tears. Well, hopefully not blood. I mean, really. That would be a weird experience. But there's a lot of effort involved. So make your effort count. Make your effort count. I know the open rates are great on these things. And they are. And that's totally something to take advantage of. But put quality out there. Put quality out there, you will get some quality responses back. Jason Franco is giggling over there. I see you. Kim says, oh my God, did you go through botlist.co's bot? They just told me they have a webinar January 10th and that I should sign up. Darlings! Oh! This is a sure sign of a bot that is unattended. Oh, guys. Oh, bot list. I'm going to be writing you later. We're going to have a discussion about this. That's just terrible. January 10th. Anyway, very good. I think I'm on botlist.co. Well, maybe I'm on botlist.co's. I can't remember, but yeah, that is, those are the 6 things. So let me go through them again. If you are just hopping on here, do remember too that if you're not watching from Black Belt Bots page, that's totally fine. Just go up and you're making comments and you're like, why isn't she answering me? Go up to the comment, go up to the original post. There's a link right there. And if you hit that, you'll be able to comment with me live and I'll be able to read it and answer you. So let me go through those again, just in case you missed them. Little summary moment. Kim says, this is about botlist.co. So is their website. Their sign up link is broken in 5 different ways. If only I had time to create another RJ and put out something quality. That would be super cool. Anyway, yeah, that needs to be fixed because I know a lot of people go there. Anyway, so wrapping up. And throw your questions in the comments so that I can answer them if you have any questions about this. These are tools to include in your welcome mat, your welcoming sequence, your intro sequence in your bot. And 1, who is your bot? Your bot needs a name. It needs an image. It does not have to be of a robot. It needs a little personality. Who's that bot? 2nd, what does your bot do? Tell people what they're going to get out of this thing. That 5-word value proposition, that what is in it for people to connect with you here. Why is this different? What are you going to be giving them? What's the value? The 3rd tool, if you have enough content, do a choose your own adventure so that people can kind of, explore and discover their way through your bot. This is about so much more than people just reading or viewing your content. This is interaction. Did you know? And I forget the name of the Disney movie, but they refused to make one of those, movie preview, those little 2.5 minute long, this is what the movie's about. For one of their kids' movies, kids or young adults or whatever, they refused to make a preview and like launch that out. They made a bot instead, and the bot was a scavenger hunt that was themed on the movie. It's so much better than to just get a view on something, than to get people's minds working in that direction for 10 minutes. That is the kind of stuff that we're seeking here. That's the kind of bots that we build here. And so, Choose Your Own Adventure allows people to explore their way through your marketing rather than just passively consume it like a big bag of popcorn. Not that I've done that lately. Anyway, a scavenger hunt bot. Yeah. My friend Dale Maxwell is doing that with his program, Kickassery. Go see that guy. He has got a beautiful scavenger hunt going on. It's pretty inspirational stuff. Dale Maxwell, Kickassery. Remember that name. Aaron's here, just checking in, late but here. You are never late. You're just never late. Welcome, Aaron. Great show today with Cheryl Piper Snyder. That was fabulous. Okay, so choose your own adventure. Put one in if you possibly can. I promise you it's worth the effort. Number 4, ask a question, or let them ask a question. Give them space to ask you a question. Some people just want to connect and get some answers, and that is absolutely fine. You're providing a space where everybody can play. And some people just want to come in and hit you up real quick for this is, I got this going on, got a question for you. Perfect. I answer questions about my business all day long. I'm totally comfortable with that. So throw an opportunity to ask a question in there. And then 5 and 6, GDPR consent, huge. And type stop to unsubscribe. Those are the 6 tools that I recommend in your welcome sequence. You don't have to have them all. Super cool if you do. But watch that welcome sequence, nurture it, grow it, make sure it fits your people, and you'll be happy about that. Loving the ask a question option. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that just really, in the course of building my bot and bots for other people, it's just like, every bot needs this one. Every bot does, because some people don't want all of the education, and some people don't want to see any more live streams, and they're just as much a part of my bot as everybody else. So give everybody a place to play. Very good, darlings. This has been an immensely fun 38 minutes. Thank you for being here with me today. I got some great stuff coming up next week. Be Live broadcasters are all invited to be a broadcaster on the Live Video Hub. It simply is right now a page where a collection of broadcasters, 144, I believe at this time, we all cross-post our stuff to that page. You may be watching me on that page right now. I don't know. This gives you exposure to more people. Aaron Strayer's here. Aaron Strayer, you know that I am going to repeat that statistic every time I get on the air for like the rest of my life, right? That your viewers shot up 194% when you got on the hub. That one bears repeating. So my viewers have also gone up. I've gotten to know so many more people. It's gotten my show eyeballs, but it's also gotten people talking to me in my bot, talking to me about bots, asking questions, getting relationships started. I'm in a wonderful place because of the Live Video Hub. If you're a BeLiver, a broadcaster, get on there with me. But the second part of that is I'm building the bot. I'm building the discoverability engine for all of the broadcasters. So it's not just about providing a space that other people can cross-post to and then just leaving it alone. Be Live's going to put some promotional money or promotional stuff behind it, I think. That's the rumor. They're sponsoring the project. I know that part for sure. Great. My phone only rings when I'm doing a broadcast, guys. Okay, so I'm doing the bot. I'm doing the discovery engine behind it, and I'm so excited about that. So Tuesday, regular show next week. Wednesday, building the bot. Building the discoverability engine of the Be Live bot, and hopefully being able to release it as soon as we have like a certain number of people, broadcasters that have given us their information, a show card, show date and time. It's not hard stuff. Then we'll be able to release that. So that's Wednesday, and then Thursday, regular show at the regular time. So very good. Oh yeah. Discoverability bot. Oh, absolutely. I'm so excited about that, Aaron. So darlings, that is the show for today. That's what we're doing for next week. If you haven't checked out my bot yet, go to checkoutmybot.com. Yes, I own it. And Spinning Dragon will welcome you into my world, which I would love to start a conversation with you. Come on into my world, and I will see you in a bot.